Hey everyone, today I am going to be doing a lesson on drawing anime eyes, simple version. You can find it in my new book. Actually, I guess this one's been out for a little bit, but it's my How to Draw Anime Part 1, and it's all about faces. And if you go into the very beginning, you'll see that I have a simple eyes tutorial for drawing anime eyes, and you should end up with something about like that. So I'm going to go into all the basics of it. If you can, grab a copy of my book. It's on Amazon right now. It's on sale during the holidays, so go grab a copy and let's get started on the lesson. Okay, so to start, and I'm gonna do my lines a little darker, but do a light line that's gonna come straight down the middle of your page like that. And that's gonna be the center of the face. And then, since we're gonna do the eyes that are looking kind of straight on, let's do the top of the eye as just a gradual, rounded, kind of smiley face. That's gonna be our top. And then we'll do another one. That's gonna be our bottom. So two smiley faces. And then we'll just do one right in the middle. That's gonna be the middle of the eye. All right. So now, to keep it really simple, let's do two curves. So the first curve, we'll start right here. We're gonna curve up from the middle down to there. So just one curve like that, and then same thing on the other side. So just curve up and down. That'll give us, that's gonna be like the top of our eyes. And then down here, we're gonna do a curve that just comes up like a little smiley face that points on that side. We'll do that on both sides. And then while we're doing curves, let's do a couple of curves that are gonna be very, almost straight. And we'll start right here, pointing kind of towards the middle, and we'll just go over, so almost straight, and then right above it, that's gonna be our eyebrow on that side. And do the same thing on this one. And it's gonna be kind of pointed at the end and a little thicker like that. So that's gonna kind of give us our base, right? Now, because these are like the whole eyeball, we want to draw in where the pupil's going to be. And it's almost a full circle, but what we'll do is we're going to start here, and imagine there's like a box like this. It kind of comes down, up, and around. We're going to fill in that box with a circle that just touches the edge of this box. So it's not going to fill out the whole thing, it's just going to come up and around like that. Okay? And then do the same thing on this side. Comes up, around. That's going to give us the pupil of the eye. Okay? Now, we have in the middle of the pupil, we have the looking into kind of like the iris area. So I'm gonna do two kind of egg-shaped ovals, one there and one there. So we have all these parts. We have the whole eye shape, the bigger area, the eye ball, or the iris part, and this black part, which is right in the middle, is the pupil. Those are just the different types. Now, we do want to add in kind of some shading. So I'm going to make the shading on this one easier, and I'm going to just do a circle or an oval at the top of the pupil. So you can just do an oval like that. And I'm trying to kind of draw it somewhat light, just so that it's kind of easy for us to come back and erase if we need to. Okay? So, now, you can normally erase, like you'll want to erase any of these lines that overlap. What I'm going to do is just use my pen, and And I'm gonna go over everything that I wanna keep, but I'm gonna leave the pencil in there just so you kind of know what we're doing. So with the eyebrows, let's just fill these in real quick. And so again, I just want it to be thin towards the end there and thicker on the other side. Now the eyelashes are a little about the same, except it's going to be thin on the inside. So bring it all the way around like that. But then what we're going to do is make it a little thicker like that, and then bring it around like that. So that top of that eyeball is just going to be a little thicker, called on the eyebrow. It's like my pen is starting to finally run out of a little bit of ink. Okay, so we'll bring it around like that. And then the general eyeball will just fill in the edge just like it is. Okay, and then the bottom eyelash, they're gonna point on both sides and get a little thicker in the middle, just like that. So just point it on both sides and up. Okay, so now, but I do want, so do the highlight first where the light is. So do the sideways oval, just fill that in. Then don't go over the top of it, but fill in the pupil oval. Okay, so they're already kind of starting to look a little bit like the eyes that we want to. The last thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just fill in this part. So by making it kind of dark, that's gonna be basically our finished product. Now there's a lot of details you can do with anime eyes. I wanted this one to be pretty simple so that you can see all the parts. So you're gonna have, the first part is the eyebrow up there on the top. So, and the eyebrow, you know, you can make them thin or thick, but that's gonna be right above the eye. Then you're gonna have the eyeball, which is gonna be pretty centered on that middle line. And inside that eyeball, you'll have the, and you don't have to call them this, but this is kind of what they are in real people, but you have the pupil, which is this dark area in the middle. You're gonna have the light reflection, which will be this thing, and you can put that anywhere you want. You're gonna have your top eyelash, which will be up here, and your bottom eyelash. And you'll notice that I didn't even connect these. A lot of anime, they do connect, so we could have done, you know, more to connect them, but I just kind of wanted to do it this way for like illustrative purposes. So that's kind of basically how you do eyes. Oops, dropped my phone for a sec. So this is how you do eyes. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and make sure you give me a follow on my social media, and give us a like, a subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff, and check out my books if you haven't already. Thanks, I'll see you in the next lesson.